Hello, this is Jammal. Today is September 3rd, 2024. Recently, I did one of Abibu Oluwa's songs for JK Randle. But that song, which I titled Abibu Oluwa's Orin JK Randle, that one was a post-mortem. It was a memorial song. But I have another one that I want to do, and that one was while JK Randle was still alive. Who is JK Randle? The JK Randle that Abibu sang for is Joseph Koshoniola Randle. But there are several Randles. There are several JK Randles in the lineage on Lagos Island. The first JK Randle that I'm aware of is John Kehinde Randle. And he was the father of Joseph Koshoniola Randle. Who is John Kehinde Randle? John Kehinde Randle was one of the first generation of Nigerian medical doctors, practitioners. He studied in Scotland. He was one of the first set of Nigerians or Africans that was able to gain admission to the medical school abroad. So Dr. John Kehinde Randle, he got his degree for medical practices at University of Edinburgh in Scotland. And he finished it in 1888. 1888. But he wasn't just a physician, he was also thinking about how to improve the quality of life of average Nigerian. So he also delved into politics, trying to push for independence, which was the ultimate goal, which at that time they were hoping and yearning it would be a means to uplift all Nigerians. He was one of the founders of the Nigerian People's Union, which was the earliest political party in Nigeria. He founded that in 1908. Some of us that grew up on Lagos Island or in Lagos metropolitan area pre-1970s, one way or the other, you will have benefited from contribution of Dr. John Kehinde Randle. For example, the only concerner was something that was put together with his name, with his effort. What is only concerner? That only concerner, you have a Onicon Park where people can go. There's a lot of pretty flowers, plants, and so forth. So it was like our equivalent of New York Central Park or the Golden Gate Park in San Francisco. That's how important it was for us Lagosian. But also at that park, we have the swimming pool that is open to the public, and most youth will go there. You pay entrance and go in there. You learn how to swim. such was the quality of life of Lagosians and the residents of Lagos at that time, that they have access to things like that. So Dr. John Kehinde Randle was the father of Joseph Koshoniola Randle, who is also JK Randle. So now we have two. Joseph Koshoniola Randle was a businessman, was a philanthropist. He was also a socialite, and he's an avid sportsman. He loves sport. He led Nigeria Olympic team to Melbourne, way out across the globe. So that's the second Koshoni, and that's second JK Randle. The third JK Randle that people might know about is Bolajaye Kofola Randle. It is JK. And I know that Bolajaye too also named his own boys JKs. So don't get confused. The one Abibu sang this song for is the Joseph Koshoniola Randle, the businessman, the philanthropist, the sports man, and the socialite, who was also a biggie, ex-chairman of Lagos Island Club, and so forth. I want to touch something about Dr. John Kehinde Randle. I mentioned that he was one of the first generation of Nigerian medical doctors, or medical practitioners that were able to practice their profession during the colonial era. But there are a few other people I want to mention that were also first generation. I wrote them down. In addition to Dr. John Kehinde Randle, there is Dr. Akinola Pierce. For a lot of Lagosians, they will know him as Dr. Maja. Then there is also Sir Koforola Abayomi, who was much younger than them. He later he was knighted by the Queen of England in 1954. So you have all these Nigerians that were going across the continent to go study. Back then, I can't even begin to wrap my head around imagining or visualizing what it would be like to be studying medicine in Scotland in 1888. Lord have mercy. Anyway, but I want you guys to kind of grab that and try and muse over it, that a fellow African was able to travel all the way to the coldest part of the globe, in Scotland, to study medicine and graduated in 1888. I also know that Dr. Abibu Oluwa, the first mayor of Lagos, he too went to study in Scotland. That's where he got his doctorate, his Doctor of Medicine degree from also. So people who our foreigners, they've been lifting heavy weight. They've been trailblazers. Now let's talk about the JK Randle that Abibu Oluwa sang about. Joseph Koshoniola Randle. Baba Jaye Jeje. Don't confuse it with his son's name, Jayola. Baba Jaye Jeje is because he's alive. He's a rock steady. Baba Jaye Jeje as in socialite. So sometimes you hear it in the lyrics or in the drum beat, Baba Jaye Jeje. They're not talking about father of Jayola. Rather, they're talking about the socialite, the top-notch socialite. So the song, let's dive into it. I was able to pull it from compilation. So the recording, my struggle with it, that's what I'm here for, to help you guys with the lyrics so that you can catch it. And once you catch it, what he's saying, then it's easier for you to digest the song. So the way the song roll is this. He said, Dédé òyìnbó tí wọ́n ṣìpì ni wọ́n ti jẹ́ tiwa. Wọ́n ti ríṣẹ́ àjẹ́ ṣe. Ó ti ríṣẹ́ àjẹ́ ṣe. Láyé lọ́run ànábì. Ó ti ríṣẹ́ àjẹ́ ṣe. Ó ti ríṣẹ́ àjẹ́ ṣe. Koshoni Baba Jaye Jeje. Koshoni ọmọ Randle. Wàá ríṣẹ́ àjẹ́ ṣe o. Àwo àgbà bí àká. So when Yoruba says àwo àgbà bí àká, àwo Jammal, àwo Anibaba, àwo Fatai, àwo Kunle, àwo Rafiu. He's just saying a tight friend, a close friend of that individual. So here in this lyric, when he says, Wàá ríṣẹ́ àjẹ́ ṣe o, àwo àgbà bí àká o. Àgbà bí àká's friend is wàá ríṣẹ́ àjẹ́ ṣe. You shall continue to be prosperous. So Koshoni ta ló ń perí ẹ̀ tó tó ọba tó lówó, òun ló ń fiṣẹ́ yin ẹrú ẹ̀. Sáà, like, all right, sir. Sáà Olúwa, sáà is giving homage to the creator, Oluwa. Sáà Olúwa, ọba àwọn ọba, tètè dá sẹ̀ríà fún aláìdá. Tèmi tó mi lẹ́rù, ẹyẹ ẹ má dìkun. Àdòkúta mọ ẹ̀rù, ẹni tó fúyẹ́ o. Ọjọ́ tó ń lọ, Koshoni, ọjọ́ tó ń lọ, mo fàdúrà sìn ẹ́ o. Kó má kèṣù, kó má kagbákò lórí omi. Kó má kèṣù, kó má kagbákò. Kó má kagbákò lórí omi. Níjọ́ tó ń lọ, Koshoni adé. Níjọ́ tó ń lọ, mo fàdúrà sìn ẹ́ o. Bí Koshoni ò jẹ, bí Koshoni ò mu, owó tabua á bọ̀. Ìláyà la ránṣẹ́, àrísìkí ń bẹ lọ́dọ̀ bá mi o. Kólófòfò yẹra, àfẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ àwò. kólófòfò yẹra, a ó sọ̀rọ̀ àwo. Ọba máa ya yìn èjì rẹ̀, òyìnlá omele kó máa ró. Ọba máa ya yìn èjì rẹ̀, òyìnlá Abibu Williams mi, àríbígbé Kàmíyù. Ọ̀rẹ́ mẹ́ta wọn ṣọ̀kan, ṣìkìṣìkì làwa máa lò gbà ó. So he mentioned two other friends of Koshoniola Randle, ọ̀rẹ́ mẹ́ta ṣọ̀kan, Williams àti àríbígbé Kàmíyù. So now let's listen to how it goes. We're going to do the lyrics first, and then we'll do the drum beat, and then we'll wrap it up. Okay, so here we go. Iṣẹ́ tí wọ́n ti rí iṣẹ́ ajé ṣe, wọ́n ti rí iṣẹ́ láyé lọ́rùn ànábì, wọ́n ti rí iṣẹ́ ajé ṣe, ó ti rí iṣẹ́ ajé ṣe. Kòṣóní bàbá jayé jẹ́jẹ́, Kòṣóní ọmọ Randle, wá rí iṣẹ́ ajé ṣe, àwo agbábíàká. Oníta ló ń pè rí ẹ̀, tó tó ọba tó lówó, òun ló ń fi iṣẹ́ yẹn rú ẹ̀ sá. Olúwa ọba àwọn ọba, tètè dá sẹ̀ríyà fàlàyídá, tèmi tó mi lẹ́rù, ẹyẹ ẹ má dínkù, àdókúta mẹ́rù ẹni tó fúyẹ́ o. Ọjọ́ tó ń lọ Kòṣóní, ọjọ́ tó ń lọ, mo fàdúrà sìn ẹ́ òwe. Kó má kèṣù, kó má kàgbákò lórí omi, kó má kèṣù, kó má kàgbákò lórí omi. Níjọ́ tó ń lọ Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Adé, níjọ́ tó ń lọ, mo fàdúrà sìn ẹ́ òwe. Òní ò jẹ́ bí kò ṣòní ò mú, òpó àtàbùà bọ̀, ìláyà láránṣẹ́, àrísí ń bẹ lọ́dọ̀ bàbá mi o. Olofofo yẹra, a ó sọ̀rọ̀ àwo. Olofofo yẹra, a ó sọ̀rọ̀ àwo. Ọba máa ya yìn èjì rẹ̀, òyìnlá olè kó máa ró. Ọba máa ya yìn èjì rẹ̀, òyìnlá Abibu Williams mi, àríbígbé Kàmíyù. Ọ̀rẹ́ mẹ́ta wọn ṣọ̀kan, ṣìkìṣìkì làwa ó máa lò gbà ó. If you familiar with Lefty Salami's work, you will run into where he used several of those lines, especially Olofofo yẹra, a fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ àwo. Olofofo yẹra, a fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ àwo. Now let's do the talking drum beat. But before we do that, there was one line that he used. Ó ní bí Kòṣóní ò jẹ, bí Kòṣóní ò mu, owó tabua á bọ̀. There will still be profitability in his effort. Meaning even at worst case scenario, he didn't really gain a lot of profit, but he still will get something of quality back in profit. That's how good of a business person or investor he is, or he was. Owó tabua ababo. Meaning he's a smart trader, smart businessman. Okay, let's do the drum. And the drum pretty much JK. There's one sentence or two that I couldn't catch what he was saying, or couldn't make up my mind what I'm hearing. So I'm just gonna let that one slide. Okay. But in general, just JK Randle. Ewo Koshoni. Randle, Ewo Koshoni. Here we go. JK Randle. Ewo Koshoni. Randle, Ewo Koshoni. So when you're decoding talking drum, you have to be very careful, because you have to know the context of what they're singing about, the lyrics, and so forth. And pretty much the circumstances and the environment and the condition of what is the lyrics they're singing about. Then the drum has to make supporting logical sense. So in this case, it was JK Randle. JK Randle. Ewo Koshoni. Randle, Ewo Koshoni. But if you listen to later Sakara, the beat almost came as close as A.B. Kamsulu, that they will beat for the Egba elite. But this one is JK Randle. JK Randle. I'm going to fasten, so we start all over again, okay? JK Randle Ogoni. Randle Ewo Koshoni. Lówó jẹ́jẹ́jẹ́ JK Randle. Olówó jẹ́jẹ́jẹ́ Randle. Ló mú okùn tí ẹdẹ fàparò, àgìlìntì ló mú rántí Ṣàngó bá pa ó pa gbé ni lọ́nà ó di gbẹ̀kí gbogbo pàdé mi lọ́nà ó di gbẹ̀kí. Yeah. làwa ṣe ń ṣiṣẹ́ torí ọmọ 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 làwa ṣe ń ṣiṣẹ́ ó máa rọ màmá yá ìyèjì rẹ oríwà àgbẹ̀wé lómi rẹ̀ sí mi lébi gbéga mi ọ̀rẹ́ mẹ́ta wọn jọ kan lébi torí ọmọ làwa ṣe ń ṣiṣẹ́ torí ọmọ làwa ṣe ń ṣiṣẹ́. The ability to earn a living to feed our family, our kids, is the incentive for us to work harder, to be persistent. Is our motivation for working steadfastly. Torí ọmọ làwa ṣe ń ṣiṣẹ́. Torí ọmọ làwa ṣe ń ṣiṣẹ́. So if you slow it down and you pick the sentence one by one. Agilintí ló mú. Agilintí ló mú lizard. Okùn tí ẹdẹ fàparò. Àparò is a bird. Agilintí ló mú. Àwọn tí Ṣàngó bá pa àpagbé. JK Randle, ẹ wo Koshoni. You guys don't forget, when you beat it, don't beat it too hard. It vibrates and it gives you a headache. And you beat it too hard too, you get muscle cramp on your hands. Just be smooth with it. Jaye jeje. So when you're beating your drum, trying to think about jaye jeje. You guys stay blessed. Leave comments. I'm going to try and put the link of the other song that Abibu did for JK Randle. I'm going to put it here so that if you listen to this one, you can just easily go down to my description part for this and you'll see the link and you could click it. That way you don't have to go through the trouble of searching for it. Guys, remain blessed. Goodness to parents and goodness to humanity. It goes a long way. We reap what we sow. So be kind to your parents. Be kind to humanity.